Good morning, everybody. It's August today, August the 8th, 2017. Yesterday was a lunar eclipse. Did anybody see it? I missed it. It was completely cloudy. There was nothing there, and it was really ominous. I may put a photograph up later of the look of the sea because it was really quite creepy yesterday. So, good morning. This is me in the morning. I slept in a little bit. I had some very, very fantastic dreams last night and some insight. And I had a free reading yesterday, which was really great, from a lady, who is practicing her technique, and she wanted some feedback, and she gave me lots of information, and at the time none of it made any sense, but last night I dreamt it all together. It was really great, so I love that. So good morning, hi to all of you regular listeners, and hello to anybody new out there. Please subscribe at the end of this video if you love it, really love it, and do feel free to leave me lovely comments because I do love that. It makes me feel good, and we all got to feel good in the morning, haven't we? So it's a bit of a blurry day today. I'm going to paint a wall today, and I may do a bit of filming with that as well because it could be quite interesting seeing the different levels that are going on. What have we got of the energy today? Now, yesterday was this lunar eclipse, and I've been waiting all day for something dramatic to happen. I think the most dramatic thing that actually happened was, well, probably this morning, that I found the cat threw up on the here in my therapy room, which wasn't very good, and that gives me that solves the mystery of where the missing chicken went yesterday, because that was slightly dramatic because I'd cooked some chicken for my dog and put it in the cupboard to cool down, and I think the cat's had it, so that sort of was a little bit of a drama, but very minor, you know, really minor. Otherwise, I was really calm yesterday. We were all saying how calm it actually was, but is that the calm before the storm? Because last night I dreamt of the sea frozen, so gone are the tsunamis and the sideways motion. Now it's completely frozen. There was a lot of information as well about dragons as well, which is interesting with my art, so I'm going to look more into that because I keep looking in the clouds and seeing dragons as well. So there is definitely something going on there, and I think I need to follow that one up. This is a really intuitional time, guys, so really, if you can connect with your spiritual side, do. And I'm currently on a 21-day cleanse. Okay, and this is really giving up the bad stuff. You know, it's not sort of denying myself food or making sure that, you know, every meal has got to be figured out, and, you know, it's not so much that. It's eating a lot of white food, light food, taking out the sugar. I didn't have any caffeine yesterday at all. Not that I drink a lot of caffeine, and I don't actually have any sugar except honey, really, or natural sugars. Excuse me. I eliminated that a while ago, except for obviously if you have an ice cream or something, that's a bit different. But that's again quite rare for me because I'm not really into dessert. So if I have too much sugar, I do sort of go, I find now I sort of go way up and then come back down again very hard. So it was interesting because normally if you don't have caffeine, you know, the normal process is you get quite a headache, and actually I didn't get a headache yesterday. I felt very spiritual yesterday. I felt very in tune with spirit, and I worked on that level, and I felt for the first time in such a long time that I was literally going with the moment, because I feel like sometimes life just goes, doesn't it? And you don't know where it's going to stop, and there's so many options, you know. I mean, it's all very well saying I've got no options, but when you've got 50,000 coming at you every 5 seconds, it's like, what do I do, and I never know where to focus. So that's one of my difficulties. So it was great just going with the moment, and I was actually a little bit late for a few things, which is not like me either. But yesterday was about release, and you know, really thought about what I needed to release. And so for over the next couple of days, this is something that everybody needs to be thinking about, you know, really getting rid of that old, clearing away. And, you know, part of the cleansing process was sort of clearing the house, except obviously I've come upstairs and there's sick on the floor, which was great, you know. Thank you, pussycats. I actually said it last night, as I said, please don't let me wake up to that, and there we are. But there's, you know, there's so much that you can do with clearing, and I'm going to continue today. I cleared out quite a bit of things yesterday, and, you know, and just doing it, but again, not with any pressure, because I think if you put too much pressure on it, you're just going to get obsessive with it again. And if you've got that side of your nature and that's something you need to actually get rid of, then that isn't good either. So make sure that everything's in moderation. there needs to be some self-reflection today. I feel that creativity is going to be really positive, which is good, because like I say, I'm going to go and paint a wall now at a care home, and at least get it started. It's not a very nice day, like I said, but it is undercover, and I think we will get a bit of sunshine this morning, so I'm going to go for it as early as I can and get what I can done. And there is abundance around as well from doing that. So I think if you are able to go within a little bit, take some time, again, be inspirational, I think that you'll find that, you know, doors will start opening. Take some time if you can to rest, because that will bring in new ideas, and I think it's a new option for some people just to stop. You know, I mean, yesterday was it was a day of stopping. Really, in fairness, you know, I felt like I was just going with it, and actually I got a lot more done doing that. What's this? Laura's saying, I'll ask our Angel Michael for protection after clearing to keep protected. Yes, that's a great thing to do. Ask our, I can't even speak now. Sorry, Laura. Archangel Michael for protection after you've done the clearing, and that will solidify everything. I always ask angels anyway, just my general angels. You know, if you don't know who Michael is, you know, he's one of the big ones. But if you know, even if you're just asking just the universe for protection, ask the angels to come in, or visualize them standing at your doors as well. That's a really useful project to do, and it's quite good to do that regularly anyway, to get them standing in all the doorways and portals, as I call the cupboards, you know, the places where they can come in, people can come in and out, and just visualize them there. So today, there's connections with some people. You may find a new connection today, or a reconnection. I feel that if there's a relationship's been on hold for a while, it hasn't been moving, or you've been waiting, or it's just been, it feels like it's resting. It doesn't feel like it's stagnant. It just feels like we're just giving it a break, you know. You may find that there's a new beginning or new insight with that situation today, or you may meet somebody new completely after you've taken time out. The moment you step back, it's like something comes in, and I feel that's what happened yesterday. It was like, just relax, let it go, let it flow, and it will start coming in. I feel whoever this person is, or whoever these connections you have today, are going to be very, very expansive. They're going to be inspirational. They're going to help you expand your dreams. And there's lots of transformation going on, and there are opportunities to change some really, really old patterns that have been going on for a long, long time, and realizations of what they are, because a lot of people don't even know what they are, do they? But fulfillment is key. Again, you know, this has been the thing, that the whole trend throughout the year, fulfillment, well-being. So do what makes you happy. Again, take the time to rest, do something creative, look inside yourself, be a little bit self-reflective and necessary. I sense grounding is important, so if you can get outside or you can get near nature, that would be good. And also stop trying. You know, trying is trying. Trying isn't actually doing. It's like a trial. It's like a rehearsal. Let's get the real thing going now, okay? So if you keep saying to yourself, oh, I'm trying, well, stop trying, because you need to really be doing it for real, okay? So get on with it. Get grounded and do what you've got to do. Make a decision, some of you. For some of you out there in the afternoon, there's going to be a big decision to make. And I just feel, stop flipping around, ask the angels to guide you, make the decision. And I really believe that if it's the wrong one, something will stop you. There seems to be a lot of influence around these decisions though, and you need to be aware of these little people coming in and out who are drawing you backwards and forwards. You know, these influences that pull at your heartstrings, or you know, push on those guilt buttons. You know, watch for those. I sense that you're going to see a few people and their real you know, the real agenda today. This is all to do with this lunar eclipse. You know, it's bringing up a lot of stuff, and I've got the last piece of the puzzle coming in. So today you might find, if you didn't get it yesterday, it might come today. I'm hoping for a little bit more action today. But then I've had a lot of drama for the last week, so it wouldn't surprise me if I had it all early. But, you know, okay. It's like universe is going, oh, all right, hold your horses. There's still a lot to come. I'd like good stuff, okay? That'd be really good. Let's just ask for the good stuff. I don't want to be too dramatic. Things coming in writing, or people that write or use the written word, is going to have a very spiritual content today. I feel it could really get the word out. If you are a light worker and that's the way you work, I feel that that's going to be a good thing, especially again around the afternoon. 2 o'clock seems to be a good time. So if you're going to put a blog out, I reckon put it out at 2, because I think there's going to be a lot of people listening around that time. There's a new beginning which is going to bring balance. So this could be the person you're meeting. Around relationships, I feel that your mind is very, very settled today and it's very clear, and fate is going to show you a few home truths, you know, some honesty, and show you how patient you've been, and also so there's a few rewards here, and give you strength too. So there seems to be this sense of calm, peace, balance and order, and it's like, this is the way I'm going to go forward and this is what I want to do. Watch the gossip. I feel that if you like to gossip, if you like spend a lot of time chatting away with people, watch out for some changes that you may feel there. You may actually notice something different within the conversation, something coming in, and it's going to give you some insight, and it's going to help you put a few things together. And if, you know, there's a few, like, it's a bit like doing a Rubik's Cube. You know, you're fiddling around for ages and ages, and all of a sudden you do a side of the Rubik's Cube and it's clear, and then you carry on, and then the whole thing's done. That's never happened for me, by the way, but so don't really know how that works, but you know, it's as if you were just like fiddling about, moving the sides around, and then suddenly it all comes together, or somebody just gives you a little bit of information and boof, that's how I do it, you know. So there's this moment of clarity and things come together. Spirit is guiding you to use the Leo energy right now, to push forwards, to focus, to be energized, and use your stress, you know, any sort of stress, if you're feeling it, turn it into good if you can, turn it into a positive, and, you know, let go of being afraid of being alone, you know, or being independent, because actually that's a good thing. And Leo's number one, you know, it's about being independent, it's about going out there strong, being focused. Emotionally, we've got some opportunities coming, so this could be the person that you're going to meet today. Again, I've got new beginnings around that on an emotional level, and this feeling of flying high and being expansive. So fantastic. Just, you know, be creative with what comes to you. You know, don't sort of think, oh, I didn't like to hear that. You know, sometimes honest things, we don't always want to hear it, but actually it does help in the end, because it helps you move forwards. Remember, this year is about fulfillment and progression and getting on with things. So looking at today, so it's you know, it's the 8th of August, the 8th month. Oops, excuse me. So 8's about, you know, it's about management. It's a lot of money. I always feel 8 is like a money number, but I feel it's about getting things in order, getting things together, organising other people, you know, setting things straight, getting some structure. But I also feel that, you know, today's about insight as well, using it from a different angle, finding a new perspective on things. It's an important day for that. You know, you've got some bills to pay, go and pay them. Let go of the worry around it. You know, think about what you're most afraid of. So let's look at one card just for the day. Okay. Oh, lovely. Look, so you've got the mermaids cards, mermaids and dolphins cards for Doreen Virtue. Divine magic, extra magical energy surrounds your situation now. Expect miracles. So that just says it all, really, doesn't it? That anything could happen. So do what you've got to do. Do what's good for you. Give yourself some time out. You know, step back if necessary. Trust yourself and trust that you've got that guidance around you. And keep clearing, keep sorting now for the next couple of days. And I feel that your head's going to start clearing. And I know I slept so much better last night. And, you know, I didn't normally on a full moon, I normally have like a little glass of wine or something. I didn't. I stayed off all of that. And some fantastic dreams, which I'm going to go and do a little bit of work on. And a few messages I've got to give to some people. But have a great day. If you'd like a private reading with me, just go to my website, www.saraperrypsychic.co.uk. There's an offer on at the moment for a past life lunar reading. You too, Laura. And there's a button on the front of the website, so you can just click straight, go into that. That's for, you know, a little mini reading. Well, it's a bit bigger than a mini reading, for £27 if you're interested in that, and that may give you some insight on what you need to clear and what this moon is helping you with. It's available until the 9th of August, so if you'd like to do that, do just go to the links and just do it. I'll be sticking the links on this site as well in a moment, so if you're watching, just bear with me, because I have to do it afterwards because it's live, isn't it? Have a great day, everybody, and remember to subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and please share with your friends. Have a great day. Take care. Bye for now.